Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. And today we're going to be solving another question on mathematical induction. So in case you missed the first video, I think you have to watch the first video so that you're able to understand better what we're trying to do today. So in the last class, I explained what mathematical induction is in summary, and I solved just one example. And I also said everybody should try the second example because it is very much similar to the first example. If you have any question while solving or any difficulty, please write it out in the comment section or email. I'm going to reply to you immediately. So today we're solving question number 3, which is very simple and easy to solve. All right, let's go. So today this question states, prove that 5 raised to the power n minus 1 is divisible by what? 4. Very simple. Don't forget the steps I asked you to follow in the first video. I said, number 1, you test for n equals what? 1. Number 2, you test for n equals what? K. Or rather, you assume if n equals what? K. And then, if we assume that n equals k is true, then we have to also assume that n equals k plus 1 is also what's true. Now, if we're able to prove, the last time I said if we're able to prove that our left hand side is equal to right hand side, then you say that thing is what? Correct. This time around, it might not be that the left hand side will be equal to the right hand side. But don't worry, come with me, you're going to get it very well. So simple and easy to understand. So let's go. So we test if n equals what? Excuse me. We test for if n equals 1. Now, our given equation to prove using mathematical induction is that 5 raised to the power n minus 1 is what? Divisible by what? 4. Now, if n equals 1 is what we're going to test first. If n equals 1, we have 5 raised to the power 1 minus 1 equals what? 4. Because we're going to just put, anywhere we see n, we put what? 1. So, anywhere we see n, we put 1. That means I'll have 5 raised to the power of 1 minus 1. And that will give me 5 minus 1, which is what? 4. And 4 is even, which is 4 is divisible by 4 rather. So you could take out even because our own main proof here is what? Is divisible by what? 4. So since 4 is divisible by 4, then it means this is what? True for n equals 1. Now, since it is true for n equals 1, then we test for n equals what? K. We assume rather that n equals k. Okay, it implies anyway I see n, in my question I put what? K. That means here I'm going to have 5 raised to the power of k, then minus what? 1. We assume that this is also what? Divisible by 4. Now, if we assume that this is also divisible by 4, then we also have to assume, don't forget, that n equals k plus 1 is also divisible by what? 4. So I'm using even here because I want to give you a clue to the next solution to the question I asked you to solve. So here it should be divisible by 4. Alright guys, let's continue. Okay, so let's assume for n equals k plus 1 like I stated before. It means anywhere I see n, I put what? K plus what? 1. Don't forget I said anything you assume for n equals k, most times you definitely use it back when you want to do the third step, which is induction. So for n equals k plus 1 implies anywhere I see n, I use what? K plus what? 1. So it means here I'll have 5 raised to the power k plus 1, then minus what? 1. In mathematics, this is the same thing as indices. Let me explain it to you. In indices, if you have something like 5 raised to the power k plus 1, this is the same thing as 5 raised to the power k multiplied by 5 raised to the power 1, because I can tell you that this is the same thing as 5 raised to the power k. Anytime I have multiplication, if I want to change it back, I have to use positive. So the power will be k plus what? 1. What if I have it to be 5 raised to the power k divided by 5 raised to the power 1? then it implies this is the same thing as 5 raised to the power k. Since I have division, then to change to what? Negative sign, or subtraction, then -1. Did you get it? If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. Alright guys, let's continue. But because this is positive, then I'm going to use multiplication. So that's why here I have it to be 5 raised to the power k multiplied by 5 raised to the power of what? 1. Then don't forget your -1. So I just had to rewrite this for better understanding. So I have 5 multiplied by 5 raised to the power k -1. So this is the same thing as this. Here is the same thing as this. Then -1. Now comes to the part that can be a bit tricky, but don't worry, it's very simple. I'll give you the scope to it, or the code per se to it. So now just write this back, but now we need to try to write -1 in form of 5. Like we want to have what we want to be able to factorize. Don't forget in the first video, please, if you not watch the first video, try to watch it. And for you to like get notified on all our videos, subscribe to our channel, and please make sure you turn on your notification bell to get notified immediately we post other videos. Thank you. So as I was explaining, you're going to have, for me to have -1, I'm looking for a better way to write -1. I don't want to have -1, so I want to have it in a better way. Do you get? So now, so that we're able to like factorize. If you remember the last video, we always factorize at some point. So now if I want to factorize, I can't factorize because nothing is common between these two. But if I want to have something that will be common between the two, I need to look for a way to change -1. And you know that if I want to get -1, I can tell you that -1 is the same thing as -5 plus 4. Because at the end, -5 plus 4 is what? -1. So the code here is, don't stress yourself. Just look at the value that is at the back here. What do you have here? 5. Let's say I have this to be 3 raised to the power 3 raised to the power k. Let's say -1, for example. Now if you want to turn this -1 to something that will be able to like factorize, do you get? What you just need to do is to, okay, I have 3 here, so what can I do? I need 3 to be in that expression or in that statement. So I'll just say okay, if I want to get -1 for this, I can just say -3 plus 2. Definitely I'll have what? -1. I don't know if you get it. Definitely I'm going to have what? -1. So that's the like code to it. If you have any question, please you can ask. So as I was explaining, so here we're going to have 5 raised to the power 5 into bracket 5 raised to the power k. Now to get -1, don't forget, look at the number here. I have 5 here, so to get -1, I'll just say -5 plus what? 4. Good. I'll have -5 plus 4. Now I can easily what? Factorize. Factorize in the sense that I said you look at this, you look at this. What is common? I know this does not really make much sense mathematically, but like that's the best way I'm going to like explain it to you so that you don't get confused. So what is common between these two is 5. So I'll take out 5. Okay, just listen, it's very simple. Then if you look at the first one, what if you take out 5, what is remaining or what is left is 5 raised to the power k, is what I have here. And this second one like this, was, if you take out 5 from this, not take out per se, it does not make much sense, but like this is the best way I can explain to you so you don't forget. So if you take it, if you divide 5 by 5 here, for example, that way I think to sound better. So you have what? If you take out 5 here, divide by 5, you have what? 1, like 5. You know what I'm doing here now? For the first one is, I say 5 raised to the power k, then I divide by 5 because I'm factorizing. So what I'll be left with is what? 5 raised to the power k, which is what I have here. Can you see? Now for this second one, I have -5 plus 4. It does not make sense to say I'm dividing by 5, do you get? But like that's the best way to explain to you so that you don't forget it. So look at it. It does not make much sense, right? But like that's mathematics to you. Sometimes some things might look very funny, but like this is the best way I can explain it to you so you don't forget. So you see that you have what? -1 plus 4, right? It does not make much sense, but like that's the best way to explain it. Okay, So that's why I have -1 here, and then I have my +4 outside. Now if you notice that, see what's funny now is that if you open this bracket bar, you have what you have on top back. That's just it. So now you remember that we said in the beginning that 4 is even, or we said 4 is divisible by 4, right? Now we already have that here. Now we have that 4 is divisible by 4. That's number 1. We also have it in the second assumption that 5 raised to the power k minus 1 is also divisible by what? 4. Fine, we have that here too. So since both is true, since 4 is even or 4 is divisible by 4, and we also said 5 raised to the power k minus 1 is divisible by 4, then it means this whole expression, this whole thing here, is also divisible by 4, which proves our given question. I hope you understand. If you have any question, please reach out to us. I'm going to explain it very well to you. So this is the proof to this question. There's another question that I might want you to try. You can try so you can try 3 raised to the power n minus 1, or you can also try 3 raised to the power, or rather 5 raised to the power 2n minus 1. So it's still the same exact step. You're going to get it. And if you have any question, please reach out to us. All right guys, have a nice day. In the next video we're going to be solving this question, so please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell to get notified immediately we solve or post this question. All right guys, have a nice day. Bye.